And welcome to a Minecon news update. The Minecon panels have now just been completed, and we have got a bunch of new news. To start off with, we've got some new news about the bees. We already knew about the bees, obviously, but we've got a couple extra things right now. So we're going to go fast forward here a bit, as into stuff we already know. And if we can go and find it in the video along here, they actually, without meaning to show off a new block, here it is. In the background, if you can have a look there, if we can try and pinpoint that where it is. It's quite hard since it's such a long video. Just about there. Hopefully we can get it. If we move back a little bit, hopefully we can find that. But in the background is the video here, as you can tell. Yeah, there it is. See, you have a new honeycomb block, which will be, I imagine, crafted by the honeycomb, which is kind of cool. New block, I guess. But what's exciting about the new bees that we don't know already is the new honey block, which I think is going to be very exciting. So here you go. I'm going to fast forward to that now. It is really interesting. Turn the volume button here so you can hear it a bit better.
Perfect.
Yeah. But we have got a new honey block, so I'm going to let them have a little bit of a talk to you about this.
So we're actually adding in a new block,
cool.
and
So
that's the honey block.
Be a bit quiet now and let you hear about it.
Let's see the honey block. So it's very sticky, and as you can see, you can't really jump when you are on the honey block. And it's also sticky on the sides, so you fall down very slowly.
Also, you can't really run on it. It keeps you going pretty slowly, so you can't go very fast. You can't really outrun anything.
We also added some interesting piston mechanics to it. So the honey block moves with piston, and also players or animals on it will also move together with the honey blocks.
So how do you see players using this amazing new honey block?
I think it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be super cool.
This is obviously the first thing they announced, so quite a lot of people in the call was very excited about this, I thought. So it's like a slime block, but it can also move players and animals, which is really interesting functionality, I think, as well as the fact you can kind of climb down it. Plus, it does look kind of cool as well, so we're going to have to wait until we get that block to test around with it, to see all the full possibilities. But what you're really here for is for all these new features, which are coming in the 1.16 update. The 1.15 update will be the bees and
it's of course
birds
great.
update.
Like
so
we have Minecraft
bees and
Dungeons and
birds,
Minecraft Earth,
sorry.
but we actually have a third
we have
Minecraft
got
game coming out.
one new block before they show off all the new stuff, which is the target block.
That I
now,
also like your little.
Here is a block that when you is activated by an arrow. So watch this gameplay here, and it will emit a redstone signal. But what's really cool about this block, which you'll see in a second, is each red line along here emits a different redstone signal. So as you can tell, that one goes up to the andesite here, and the one in there that will go up to the bricks. And then if you shoot the one in the middle, so you get a bullseye, it gets a full redstone signal, which is really cool, I think, and it can definitely add a lot of possibilities again. Obviously, it's going to not be too useful because I don't think many people will be activating redstone traps with a bow, but you know, be cool
I also like your little chicken advisor there.
That's kind of cool. But moving on is the most important thing that you're probably all excited for right now, and that is the Nether update. The 1.16 update will be the Nether update. I was in the call with some of the people on the Mathcraft, Minecon and Alec, and we were talking about. Which before it said we got Nether. I was like, yeah, you got Nether close in the background. We need to be
so the Nether hasn't been a place
and I was right.
that's very livable, and that is all about to change.
Exciting, but yeah,
so how is that changing?
Getting a bunch of new stuff in this Nether
well,
update.
It will still not be easy.
So I'm gonna let Agnes and Jens talk about this for a little bit.
Food in the Nether.
And we can.
So that means there's something.
Sit back, relax, and have a little watch of this.
It's new mob, and we will talk more about it later.
Okay. So first.
Yeah, of course. We also wanted to make sure that there's more things to explore, and yeah, more things to find and more things to do. So we wanted to introduce biomes to the Nether.
Yes. So we will actually show some of them today, and the first one is the Soul Sand Valley.
Soul Sand Valley.
So the Soul Sand Valley here is really cool. If you take off the blue fire, and that's the new soul sand block just there, as you can tell. You've got the main soul sand, got that new soul sand block. And this is some blue fire, got your stalactites and fossils, which are really awesome, I think. And yeah, after this in the end, we'll talk about this a little bit more, so go into a bit more detail about what's going on. So again, I'm going to be a bit quiet now and let them tell you what's going on with Soul Sand Valley.
You're right, not sure I would want to live there.
Well, depends on what you prefer.
What's happening in Soul Sand Valley? It looks incredible.
Yeah, so I would say this is a scary biome. It's quite barren, and it has this blue fog and the blue fire, which is a new block. Or actually, if you place fire on a soul sand, it will now turn blue. And it's also like the stalactites and visible fossils.
And you'll be able to take the soul sand block, and that will work in any of the dimensions.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That is very cool. I bet people will do really amazing things with blue flames. You did say biomes, so we have another biome to look at. What biome is that?
It's the Nether forest.
Okay, so the Nether forest is something that was really interesting. As you can tell, got these beautiful like kind of fireflies almost everywhere, and you've got this nether grass and these nether trees, and who knows, maybe this could be nether wood. That's what we were thinking. And we've got these new mushrooms, which are really cool if you ask me. They look really amazing. And just the new grass and everything, it's just like, it's something straight out of like a mod. It's incredible and I love it. And then I've got this blue one, which is even crazier. It's like blue and red and like this coral almost block. And it was just all these new plant options. Yeah, we were like going ballistic at this point, and everyone was going insane. The amount of hype was unreal. It was crazy, honestly. Because we've got all these brand new blocks, and it was just so amazing to watch this together. And we were just, because we all thought also it was like the Aether as well with the invisible thing. So we thought it was really cool. But again, I'm going to let Agnes and Jens speak because they're going to summarize it better than me, because obviously they know more about it, so I'm going to be a bit quiet.
In the Nether forest, so what's happening in there?
Lots of things. So yeah, as you can see, it's two variants of it. So the red one has quite a very alive atmosphere in its own very weird and nethery way. So it's like swirling particles and a lot of vegetation. It's very dense, so like the players should get lost in there. And then we have the blue one, which has a very a unique atmosphere. It's like even more weird, if possible. And it has just the particles of it's falling and lots of new blocks, lots of new vegetation.
How did you decide on the colors? Because it's so different than the look of the Nether when you add these biomes.
Yeah, when we wanted to make sure that when you explore, you get a more variation and more than just red and yellow. And we were thinking about how the overworld is much green, blue, and gray, and then this black, purple, and yellow. So we were thinking, how can we add more color depth to the Nether that kind of creates a good feeling for the Nether still.
It's really beautiful, but you said it's going to be just as hard. So even though this looks quite, like an oasis, it's not going to be?
Well, we still call the Nether forest the Nether oasis, but that doesn't mean it will be easy being there. So there will be, for example, a new hostile mob, and I think we could show it now, and we temporarily call it the Piglin Beast.
Piglin Beast.
Okay, so the Piglin Beast here, we thought it was like a horse at first, then it kind of like this kind of boar almost, and it's really amazing. We think it could maybe be some sort of mythical creature almost. It's really amazing. And as you can tell, it's hostile as well, so this thing's a bit crazy. We think it looks a bit like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, which is quite funny. But yeah, this thing's really cool against
So you said we're temporarily calling it the Piglin Beast. What does that mean for everyone?
So we would actually love to get suggestions from the community on a better name. So please, if you have any suggestions, send them, and then we can pick the name later.
And what happens with this new to-be-named Piglin Beast?
So the to-be-named Piglin Beast is really aggressive, so it's quite scary, but it's also the food source in Nether, actually. And so we really want the experience to be very unique in Nether. It shouldn't feel like another overworld. So when you get your food, you can't just have a pretty little farm. Instead, you need to find this scary, aggressive Piglin Beast and get the food from there.
And this is the first time you have a food source in the Nether?
Yes.
Which is really awesome. So that does make it livable-ish.
Livable-ish.
Scary to live in still. And where does piglins come from?
So piglin is actually what we call the pigmen now, and we are introducing piglin mob as well. We can take a look at the video, I believe.
Let's see them. Piglin.
So this is a new piglin. It's like a pig man, and we were actually quite worried that we don't know. We're quite unclear about this, if they're actually replacing the pigmen if that's the case, then that's not going to be too good. We think it's actually really multiple farms. As you can tell, they will be hostile against wither mobs, and if you can look at the loot they're dropping, it looks like they're almost dropping kind of like looting does, which is really interesting. Also, you can with wither roses, they actually drop arrows, which are actually new things there. And it seems to got this new mechanic as well. If you go up towards a chest, they will attack you. So that's a new player detector, I guess. And then they also go against piglin beast, which make piglin beast farm, I guess. Automate your food sources in the nether, I guess. But yeah, this is really cool. But we are quite worried that this might be replacing the pigman, which
They
we
look
don't think
mean,
happen,
but they also have
it's
those
quite unclear
floppy
what's going on here.
ears.
The floppy.
They're kind of cute too.
Yes. Sorry, but yeah, there's a lot of going on in this video, but at the core, the piglin is almost like a new civilization that we add to the nether, and they are actually hostile towards the player. They also don't like wither skeletons, and they hunt the piglin beast for food as well.
Wow.
But they do collect gold, and if you, as in this picture, wear gold armor, they will kind of they will ignore you. They won't like you, but they will ignore you unless you open chests or start poking in their stuff.
Yes, I really like this mechanic actually. So, if you open a chest close to a piglin and they see you, they will get really upset.
Yes. But there's actually a good reason why the player wants to approach the piglins, because we will introduce a new kind of trading with them that we call bartering. But it's a little bit different.
The new bartering system, which is we thought was very interesting. It seems like the kind of a new way to trade in the nether, I guess. It doesn't seem very It doesn't seem like you can get a lot out of it, but as you can see in a second, Jens and Agnes are actually implying that there'll be new items you can get out of this, and it's quite an informal way of trading. So you can't actually get the items just from opening an interface. You have to just throw items at them and they'll throw it back at you. So it's kind of like a very kind of rudimentary one. If we skip forward a little bit now, they'll start talking about how there's a new item that might be able to get in the future.
It will, but we will not tell what you can barter. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
New things coming to the nether. That is a lot of nether.
Agnes said, sorry. There'll hopefully be a brand new special items that we could get from the piglin beasts. Now, if that's just a silly piece of piglin rotten meat, or if that's something new, special item, who knows. But this nether update's looking incredibly exciting, and I'm very excited for it, and I hope you're excited for it too. Again, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe, as we will be hopefully getting more and more new features coming out sooner and sooner as we go on through the nether update. Hope you get some screenshots on Twitter, snapshots maybe coming out soon, and of course, before I end off this video, one last thing. I'd like to say congratulations to the Mountains, which won the Mountain vote. The Mountains is now the brand new update which has been added, which is really great. Although everyone kind of wanted swamps, I wanted swamps, but you know, I'll take the brand new generation. It's better than nothing, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you're new, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.